Hey guys, Jay here. So this is going to be a little bit different from my other videos. This year, we're going to be doing the official pre-show for the Toronto Audiofest coming up in a few weeks, October 18th to the 20th. So everything we talk about in this video is going to be about the new products that's going to be showcased at the Toronto Audiofest this year. And I will share with you all the details I know by now about these products that I got from the manufacturers, and of course let you know where to go to see these new products at the show itself. And so make sure to stay until the end because some of these new products are absolutely crazy and it gets crazier and crazier towards the end. Now, before we talk about the new products, a few announcements from the show itself. On October 18th, Friday night, after the show hours from 8 to 11 p.m., so that's the first day of the show, there's going to be the Prohibition Night, where you will be served 6 exquisite whiskeys, all while being surrounded by some of the finest audio systems the show has to offer. After show hour, tickets are being sold right now, so go check it out. And also, we will have some live music going on with Francis Chaunier, my dear friend, and a world-renowned conductor in the McDonald A and B room. And more on that on the later part of this video. But what's really cool this year about the Toronto Audiofest is that we have 2 hotels this year. Now the location is the same. It's by the airport right on Dixon Road at the Westin Airport Hotel. But this year the show has expanded. So if you've ever been to the Toronto Audiofest, right beside the Westin Hotel is a Holiday Inn. And don't worry, the hotels are fairly close. They're well within walking distance, about a minute walk. And at this new Holiday Inn location, we're going to have 8,000 square feet dedicated at the Trillium Ballroom for Earvana, which is dedicated to headphones and personal audio from various top brands with the latest gear, like this one right here from Astell and Kern. This is the new SP3000T Copper Edition, which is a vacuum tube digital audio player released just a few months back and will be the first time to be shown in Canada. And yes, you heard that right, it's using 2 Radian JAN 6418 mil-spec vintage vacuum tubes. This audio player uses 99.98% pure copper according to Astell and Kern, and because copper does tend to tarnish, they decided to use a multi-layer coat onto the finish so that it can keep that beautiful looking copper finish without any regular maintenance. This unit is going to be limited to 1,000 units globally, and it has the triple amp system that Astell and Kern is very proud of. This means that you can choose from the op amp or the hybrid amp or the tube amp options and 3 different levels of voltage settings with the tube current selection. Really cool and something I'm definitely excited to check out at Earvana. Also, pro tip, at these kind of shows, there are promotional sales and it tends to be really good sales. So take advantage of that if you were eyeing a component or if you were looking for a component of some sort. Probably a good time to shop around because again, promotional sales at these shows are pretty darn good. Next, we have the new speakers from Audiovector, the Trapeze RI loudspeakers. Officially released a few months ago, but the first time here in Canada, you'll be able to see and hear these very unique loudspeakers. Now, the RI stands for reimagined, and why this speaker is so special is because this speaker is the reimagined version of the Trapeze loudspeakers from 1979, which really set the standard for all the other Audiovector speakers that came after it. So it's a very iconic speaker for the Audiovector brand, and the general goals are the same, to have linear dynamics, linear phase, and low compression. But with the reimagined version of the Trapeze, a lot has actually changed to unleash the beast mode with this speaker. First, the speaker uses one 12-inch bass driver with an 8-inch driver behind it in an isobaric configuration, enabling this speaker to reach down to 23 Hz according to Audiovector, which is quite frankly insane and definitely in that subwoofer territory. It uses 5-inch driver units for the mid-range crossing at 500 Hz to the woofer, and a air motion transformer or AMT tweeter for the high frequencies that cross over to the mid-range at 3000 Hz. And truth be told, this video will be way long if I went over every detail of this loudspeaker. There's a lot to love about this loudspeaker, something I'm going to be definitely checking out when I go to the Toronto Audiofest. Probably the first thing I'm going to be checking it out. And you can do the same in room 445 on the 4th floor at the Westin Hotel location. Now, another speaker that is its first time ever being seen or heard for the first time at the Toronto Audiofest is going to be the Focal Diva Utopia. Now, aside from the incredibly cool looking futuristic design of this speaker, this is a wireless active speaker that Focal says was designed to meet the expectations of the most demanding audiophiles. It is a 3-way speaker, so there are 4 6.5-inch drivers that handles the bass hidden away. But according to the spec papers, Focal states that this speaker can go down to 27 Hz at f3. So by the sound of that, it sounds like these speakers will have some serious bass. There's a lot going on with this speaker. There's stuff like the in-house speaker design by Focal that we all know and appreciate, that's world class, but also stuff like the infinite acoustic loading technology they have going on. But aside from all that, really 2 features really makes me want to listen to this loudspeaker at the show. One is the name amplifier inside the Diva Utopia that's specifically designed for these speakers. As you may know, Name is the same company as Focal, so this isn't surprising. But this will be a tri-amp configuration with 250 watts for the low bass frequencies, 75 watts for the mid frequencies, and another 75 watts for the high frequencies. Now, personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of wireless speakers, even if it's like high-end audiophile type of stuff, but this one really makes me intrigued because secondly, the thing that makes me want to really check these speakers out is the input options. Very useful connections like HDMI and eARC aside from other obvious ones like USB optical and RCA. And for me, this is a feature I want to see more in wireless active loudspeakers. So I'm really excited to try this speaker out. You know, it's very futuristic looking and definitely something I want to capture on video and definitely hear with my 2 ears. And this speaker can be seen and heard for the first time in the Sudden B, which is one of the larger rooms when you come in through the front entrance. Marantz will also be there showcasing their new reference line starting with the Model 10 integrated amplifier. This state-of-the-art integrated amplifier is special, not only because it's a truly balanced dual mono design, but because it's the most powerful offering with 250 watts of power into 8 ohms and 500 watts into 4 ohms. And personally most interesting to me, this was designed in collaboration with Purify. This means that this is a Class D amplifier with the latest technology from Purify, who as you may know are the ones behind the highly acclaimed Agintact technology. This unit will also have a phono stage for both MM and MC cartridges and will be handcrafted in Japan. They will also have the matching reference SACD player, the SACD10, and the Link 10N, their reference network audio player. And once again, all these reference line is going to be crafted in Japan, with the very promise of the highest utmost quality, the best of the best Marantz has to offer. And you can check these units out for yourself in room 337. That's the 3rd floor and just a few rooms down from the elevator. But also, I've heard that they are having a top secret reveal of a product in room 341. So make sure to visit that room as well after. Audio Group Denmark will also be there showcasing their C1 Borresen loudspeakers that was shown at the Expona in Chicago this year, but this will be the first look and listen of the C1 in Canada. So if you missed them in Chicago at Expona, well, this is the time to listen to them. If you've seen my official reveal video, it is definitely a wonderful looking speaker and definitely worth your listen. It's a very unique sounding speaker. They will also have the new integrated amplifier, the U188 from Axis. So if you haven't already, and even if you have, make sure to check them out at the Toronto Audiofest to learn about what the new hype is about with this new brand that's been making waves internationally. They will be in the Carly room at the Westin Hotel location, which is the room at the lower level of the hotel. Pro tip, when you enter through the front entrance, go down the stairs or take the elevator to the lower level. There's a lot of big rooms down there, so make sure to check it out. And also, Burmester will be showcasing their new dual mono integrated amplifier, the 232 this year. This integrated amplifier is supposed to be like the Swiss Army knife of a integrated amplifier. You know, with integrated amplifiers, sometimes it has features that you don't need, or it doesn't have the features that you need. Well, with the Burmester 232 integrated amplifier, that's not a concern because it's a modular integrated amplifier. And I mean completely modular. You can get it as a pure analog integrated amplifier, so that's just volume control and the power, which may be all you need. But if you need a DAC, well then you can add the DAC module, which by the way enables the integrated amplifier to now stream as well, which is very, very cool. And then it also has a phono modular unit. The controls are extremely interesting as well with their haptic feedback rotary system, which sounds really complex actually, and something that I really want to test out myself to see how well it looks. But the whole idea with this unit is that it's to keep everything minimalistic and the functions minimal and simple for the user to use very, very easily, but has all the features that you need. So it's trying to simplify a complex device. And of course, with the exceptional Burmester build quality that we know inside and out. Also on Saturday, that's the second day of the show, there will be an Oktoberfest sponsored by Burmester, where you will be able to enjoy handcrafted gourmet sausages. Is my mouth watering already? I'm going to be really mad if you guys take all the sausages. Make sure to leave some for me. But you can enjoy the Burmester offerings in the McDonald AB room at the Holiday Inn location, which is the lower level of the building. Also, if you can make it on Friday morning at 11:30 a.m., my dear friend and an incredible conductor with 70 concerts just this season, including at the Carnegie Hall that we audiophiles often talk about, Francis Chaunier will be performing his new album for the first time on the piano. I've personally been to a few of his concerts and he is just absolutely amazing. And because he is amazing, usually the tickets are expensive and the seats are full. And so this is a really good opportunity for the audiophiles to enjoy some live music performed by one of the best in the country, perhaps in the world. Actually, Monitor Audio will also be exhibiting their new Gold Series. This is their 6th generation. It consists of 6 different speakers in the lineup. Whether it is the 6-inch or the 8-inch driver, it uses the new HDT cone, which was derived from the honeycomb structure of the RDT3 cone used in their flagship hyphen speakers. According to Monitor Audio, this hexagonal structure of the cone allows the symmetries to be disrupted to help with cone breakup. And if that wasn't exciting enough, they also say this is probably the most pistonic driver they have come up with for the series this year. Which for me as an audiophile gets me excited because that sounds a lot like some chest pounding bass. And of course, it's not just about the bass, and that's why they use the micro-pleated diaphragm 3rd generation transducers, again based on the micro-pleated diaphragm used in the both hyphen and the platinum series. So basically from the sound of it, a lot of the technologies have been derived, passed down from their flagship, more expensive loudspeakers for the Gold Series this year. And to me, it looks like a completely new beast from the previous generation of the Gold Series that I know. You can also see the 3-inch mid-driver on some of these speakers with the close acoustic centers allowing for a very coherent sound according to Monitor Audio. Overall, like I said, these look like total different beasts, especially in terms of technology. And I'm very interested in checking out these Gold Series myself at the show because for me, the Gold Series has been the best bang for my money for the Monitor Audio speakers specifically. So I'm definitely interested in checking these out, and you can do the same in the Mackenzie room at the Holiday Inn location, which is right across from the McDonald room. Next, Charisma Audio will be showcasing their new mini monitor, the Caprisse speakers, at the show. Charisma Audio is actually located pretty close to me, so they decided to drop off the speaker for this episode. This is a very special speaker with a point source hypocardioid radiating pattern. using a small 21mm soft ring dome tweeter, which is a smaller than usual 25 to 28mm tweeters commonly used in other speakers. It also has this 5-inch mid-woofer specifically designed for this speaker using nano graphite fibers, and then strengthened with vacuum plasma titanium surfaces. Much attention has been paid to the drivers, but also the crossover to create the perfect mini monitor. It's a cute little speaker that I look forward to hearing at the show in room 363. That's the 3rd floor. And also on the 3rd floor is the room 351, which is the Herken audio room with the North American premiere of several products. First, they will have the Cinnamon Galle R2R DAC. This is the new FPGA controlled R2R DAC made in Portugal. It has a very interesting chassis design made out of sand cast aluminum with an inverted pendulum, which makes the whole chassis become a mass-loaded damper tuned to its own resonant peak, according to Cinnamon. Super interesting DAC design. I mean, the chassis design itself is incredibly interesting. I'll definitely check that out. But also, you guys know how I feel about R2R DACs in general. I tend to love them. So I'll definitely be checking them out in room 351 once again. Second new product in this room will be the Senna Sound, which is a sister company of Trapeze Audio. They will be releasing their 40-watt Class AB amplifier called the Onyx and the matching Orca preamplifier along with the matching Phonics phono stage. And unfortunately, I don't have much more information about the Senna Sound products. And of course, because this is a pre-show, I'm limited to the information that the manufacturers are willing to share with me before you guys actually go and check it out at the show. But I'm already excited because I know exactly where to go to find these new products and demo them myself. And so hopefully you found similar value in this video, and if you did, please click that like button and subscribe. And maybe there'll be future pre-shows next year as well for the Montreal and the Toronto Audiofest just like this. Aside from that, let me know in the comments if you appreciate videos like this, letting you know exactly where to go to find these new products at the Toronto Audio Show and the other shows as well. And I'll see you guys on my next one. See you guys at the Toronto Audiofest. Until next time.